Welcome to the 2012 Special Education Program Report. I am Kim Myers, Director of Special Education for the Mehlville School District. Along with Dr. Jeff Bressler, we will be providing you an overview of the special education programming and a review of the annual state performance plan from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. As required by the Individuals with Disabilities Education Improvement Act of 2004, the Missouri State Performance Plan is a 6-year plan that includes targets for student performance indicators and improvement activities designed to enable districts, regular districts, charter districts, and state-operated programs, and the state to meet those targets. Missouri is also required to publicly report on the performance of each district in relation to the targets established in the SPP. The State Performance Plan can be found online at www.desi.mo.gov. The purpose of this profile is to A, provide information to the public about the performance of districts on the State Performance Plan indicators. B, address other outcome measures for students receiving special education services. The information presented this evening reflects information and data from the 2012-2013 school year. Within the Mehlville School District, we have 1,560 students receiving special education across 13 disability areas. This accounts for 14.6% of our students within the district. As compared to the 2011-2012 school year, this is an increase of only 4 students. Special School District employs 130 teachers to provide special education services and support for our students. The 130 teacher-level staff include special education teachers, speech-language pathologists, occupational therapists, and physical therapists. Special School District also employs 5 administrators. The Department of Elementary and Secondary Education provides information on several categories as it pertains to the Individuals with Disability Education Act: suspension information, transition, child count and environmental data.
Hello, my name is Dr. Jeff Bressler, Executive Director of Student Services in the Mehlville School District. I have the opportunity to also serve as liaison between the Special School District of St. Louis County and our very own Mehlville School District. In this role, I have the privilege to work collaboratively with the staff and services of the Special School District as well as our Mehlville team in order to merge the resources to provide special education for the students with special needs in our school district. If I was asked what was special about the relationship with Special School District, I would describe the word true collaboration.
They make sure all of our kids are included in everything. You know, it's not just those SSD kids over there. I mean, they're Mehlville students first and foremost, and that's what most impresses me about Mehlville.
Walk into any of our meetings, buildings, classrooms, and you will witness how special education professionals work collaboratively with our teachers, parents, staff, partner districts, and community resources in order to benefit our students. The Special School District of St. Louis County has really become an icon for special education and technical education providers for over half a century. Special School District's unique status as a public school district ensures that all local students receive equal access to quality special education regardless of their socioeconomic background or neighborhood in which they live. Special education must be provided to students with disabilities in what is known as the least restrictive environment. This means that education that is individually developed to address a child's specific needs as a result from his or her disability should be provided in the maximum extent appropriate with children without disabilities. Our special school district teachers, along with our general education teachers, provide and follow an individualized education plan for each student, and they take part in these plan review meetings. The teacher also works very closely with other professionals and paraprofessionals to support student-specific needs. Special education is provided to students through a variety of services and best practices, some of which include collaborative teaching, resource instruction, center-based instruction, and community-based vocational instruction. Let me talk a little bit about each one of those. First, collaborative teaching. Collaborative teaching is an instructional delivery model that pairs a general education content teacher and a special education teacher to collaborate together to deliver instruction designed to enhance student performance. This model is available at some grade levels and in subject areas based on the needs of our kids. Typically, the content teacher ensures that we have the essential learning targets that are addressed, while the special education teacher develops structures and learning devices that make instruction more accessible to a variety of students. Special education staff also works with general ed staff to design accommodations or modify the curriculum and/or materials you see in our classrooms.
The gen ed teacher and I both deliver instruction. And what's brilliant is that the students don't see me as a special school district teacher, but rather as just another Mehlville employee, which is the way I like it. And it's kind of rare, actually. Mehlville is kind of unique in that sense. When I talk to other special educators throughout the special school district, there's not near the sense of collaboration between Mehlville and special school district.
Next, resource instruction. Resource instruction is designed for students with special needs that require instruction from a special education teacher in an individual or a small group setting.
Dog bone.
Say the whole thing.
The dog is eating a dog bone.
That's right. The dog is eating a dog bone.
Resource teachers work closely with the child's regular classroom teacher and the parents to ensure that the support is helping the student reach their full potential. Usually, a resource room teacher will work with small groups or helping one-on-one situations when possible. Typically, the content teacher ensures that the essential learning targets are addressed, while that special education teacher develops structures, strategies, and learning devices that make instruction more accessible to a variety of students.
Every week in my room, we go through a process where the students know what their learning targets are for the week. They decide on what strategies they can use to help them. And then we study those strategies once we look at the data. And by using this process, the students really have become more aware of where they're heading and the steps that they need to take in order to meet their goals.
Center-based instruction. Center-based instruction occurs when students need highly specialized services, and these special services cannot be successfully integrated into that general education classroom. These students spend most of the day in a separate classroom. Center-based classrooms provide highly structured, small group instructional activities for students with moderate to severe disabilities. These students receive intense specialized programming. The programs and classrooms are located throughout the district in various schools.
I want my kids to be sitting in that gen ed class and somebody to walk in and not see them as the special school district student. I want them to look and see them sitting amongst their peers doing what everybody else is doing. That's my biggest wish, that they can be in society someday and functioning in society, not just a member, but actually participating and being a valued member in the society.
The purpose of community-based vocational instruction is to take classroom instruction and apply it to job skills both within the school setting and out in our own community. The goal of this level of instruction is pre-vocational or work readiness skills. These skills are often introduced at the elementary level. As the students progress through grade levels, experiences and expectations are expanded till students reach the high school level, when they are able to apply their learning within the community.
I'll notice at the end of the semester, number one, they know how to dress for a job site. They know they need to maintain their personal hygiene. They're much more outgoing than they were coming into the program.
It helps me by getting along with people and working.
Another example of a training program is our very own coffee cart, where students sell coffee and snacks at the start of the school day.
Who do we sell stuff to?
Selling stuff to the teachers and the staff.
What kind of skill are we learning?
How to count money.
Yeah, we're learning how to count money. They actually have a coffee cart in the high school, so we're developing that skill so that they can use it later on at high school and then use it again and again.
We could not make a difference in the lives of these students without another very important component: parents. As a team, we make intentional and ongoing effort to include parents when programming for our students. While our teachers and schools continue to become more skilled at collaborating to provide positive educational experiences for special needs students, parents need to become actively engaged in the learning process. In particular, parents participate in the special education decisions and classroom placements of their child. The team will work together to find an optimal learning environment for each student. We have formed a committee of parents of students with special needs called the Mehlville Parent Advisory Council, known as PAC. The PAC is designed to assist parents in networking and communicating with other parents of children who receive special education services. Also, to help parents become informed about their child's special education services and the school district that serves them, to improve communication and promote general collaboration between the partner district, being Mehlville, and special school district. And finally, to create a positive understanding and awareness for students with disabilities in all of our schools. When I was in a classroom, parents were talking about their child that has special needs and what they can and can't do. And the students, this first grade classroom, was sitting and listening to the conversation about what that child could and couldn't do. And as that conversation took place, talking to our students afterwards, they were not able to really list things that they were different than that child. They were able to talk about things that they were alike, that they both liked horses, that they both loved to swim, that they both enjoyed reading, that they both enjoyed listening to music. They didn't think about the fact that that child was in a wheelchair, or that child could not speak, or that child had disability completely different than what they were able to do. My hope for every kid is that they leave our schools happy, enjoying life, independent. People see them what they can do versus what they can't do. They don't look at their modifications or their adaptations or what their disability, but for what they're adding to our world that we live in today.